The Kingsman is back, baby. Kingsman, The Golden Circle is Matthew Vaughn's continuation of his love letter to the James Bond movies. Once again, we have a fantastic flick full of fun, vibrancy, music, colour, and action. He has got such a marvellous eye. Like I said in my review of Kingsman, The Secret Service, he's got such a unique and wonderful way of telling his stories that just sucker you in immediately. He is definitely one of the best Hollywood directors working today. I just love his works. I love his movies. I can't fault them. They're awesome. I will say that The Kingsman, The Golden Circle is a bit long though, over 2 hours and 20 minutes. It really could have done with a trim here and there. There is some pacing issues with this. It's a lot of fun, but some of the scenes are really drawn out and kind of just slowed the movie down where it needed to be fast-paced, non-stop, and just in your face. That's my really only gripe with the flick. It's just a bit long and the pacing was a bit off. All right, starring the returning talents of Taron Egerton as Eggsy, Colin Firth returns as Harry Hart, Anna Alstrom as Princess Tilda, Mark Strong returns as Merlin, Edward Holcroft returns as Charlie, and the new players are Channing Tatum as Tequila, Julianne Moore as Poppy, Tom Benedict Knight as Angel, Michael Gambon as Arthur, Dumbledore said a swear word, Halle Berry as Ginger, Jeff Bridges as Champ, Pedro Pascal as Whiskey, and the ever wonderful Elton John as Elton John. The basic plot of this one is, I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but the Kingsmen are pretty much decimated at the beginning of this movie, and Poppy, a drug baron, wants to hold the world to ransom with her poisoned drugs. She wants to have her business legitimized. So, talking to the President of the United States, she believes that a bill is going to be passed so that she can become a legitimate businesswoman. Otherwise, she is going to let everyone who has taken her drug die, and only she has got the antidote, which she will give when the bill is passed by the President. Now, this is a fun movie. I didn't enjoy it as much as the first one, mainly because, like I said in my opening, the biggest gripe I have with this movie is just the length of it and the pacing. It's just, instead of being so adrenalized and kinetic like the first one, just kind of lulls, and that really kind of is a detriment to the movie. The story is silly, but like all James Bond movies, especially the 1960s ones, it's what you expect in these kind of movies: over-the-top villains, big set pieces, and amazing action with lots of gadgets. And yeah, we have that all here with the Kingsman. Like I said, Matthew Vaughn has written a really beautiful love letter to the James Bond franchise. Yeah, it just wasn't as enjoyable as the first one. The first one had a real kinetic energy about it and was just go, go, go. It was just fun. This movie is fun too, but those little lulls kind of really take you right out of it. Apart from that, it is an enjoyable flick. Now, let me talk to you about the 4K HDR of this thing. Once again, like the first one, it is absolutely stunning. We don't have any colourful pyrotechnics in this one, unfortunately, not like in the first one with the exploding heads. But still, once again, it is a beautiful film. Poppy's lair is basically set in a ruin in the middle of the jungle somewhere, and she has made her lair look like a 1950s street. If you know the old 1950s, the diner, hair salons, eateries, that kind of thing, with the real 90s flair, with the chrome reds and some really beautiful decor, and it really is quite striking how beautiful it looks, especially the diner with all the red benches and the ceiling. She has a couple robotic dogs called Benny and Jet, yes, Elton John reference, who look fantastic. And yes, and even Sir Elton John himself has a really beautiful feather outfit that he wears later on before throwing down with the bad guys, and the colours on that thing just absolutely pop. So yeah, once again, the HDR is just outstanding. Gorgeous flick. If you want to pick it up on 4K HDR, yeah, big recommend. Okay, so the movie as a whole, I'm going to give this one 7. I would have given it higher if it had been trimmed a little bit and had those pacing issues addressed. Yeah, because there's a lot of fun stuff to be had here. The action scenes are great. The fight scenes are good. Taron Egerton is, again, really good as Eggsy, and it's marvellous to have Colin Firth back on screen, although he's playing a slightly different role in this one. Mark Strong has a really nice scene towards the end. And yeah, it's a fun flick, really, really cool. But I'm going to give it a 7, like I said, only because some issues have detracted it a little bit from the explosive action epic that it could have been. Anyway, guys, thanks for checking into my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, throw me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.